I've always been told that I live a perfect life. From the outside, it seemed like a dream come true. Married to Alex, a man of immense wealth and charm, but what they couldn't see was the price I paid for this gilded cage. My name is Sophia, and this is my story. Alex wasn't always cruel. When we first met, he was attentive and kind, showering me with gifts and affection. But once we were married, his true nature began to show. It started with small things, comments about my clothes, my hair, the way I spoke. Gradually, his control tightened. I was no longer allowed to wear what I wanted. I had to adhere to his strict rules. You must maintain your figure, he'd insist, restricting my diet to vegetables and water. To make matters worse, Alex forbade me from using a mobile phone, severing all my connections to the outside world. He feared I might reach out for help, and so he kept me cut off, completely isolated. The worst part was his disdain for my passion for writing. I loved creating stories, pouring my heart into words, but Alex mocked me, saying it's a childish waste of time. As time went on, Alex's cruelty escalated. He flaunted his many girlfriends in front of me as if I were invisible. He never touched me with tenderness, only cold indifference. I felt like a prisoner in my own home, my every move monitored by his loyal bodyguards. I was utterly alone, isolated from the world, no friends or family to confide in. My life had become a lonely and dark place, and I felt as if I were slowly fading away. But then, a glimmer of hope entered my life. Dr. Gray, a kind and compassionate man, came to our home twice a month for medical checkups. He was handsome and gentle, and he seemed to see beyond the facade of my life. Over time, I began to trust him and eventually confided in him about the true nature of my marriage. Dr. Gray understood my pain and offered me comfort in his own quiet way. One day, during one of his visits, Dr. Gray handed me a package along with my usual medication. Inside, there was something unexpected. It was a smartphone. For the first time in a long while, I felt a spark of hope. With trembling hands, I hid the phone in a secret compartment in my vanity. Late at night, I'd lock myself in the bathroom, pretending to take long baths, and pour my soul into my stories. Under the pseudonym Alyssa, I wrote about loneliness, love, and the pain of being trapped in a gilded cage. As I continued to write, I found myself smiling more often. But Alex noticed this change in me, and his cruelty intensified. He became even more controlling, suspicious of my newfound happiness. Yet, I clung to my secret life as a writer, pouring all my pain and hope into my stories. One day, the urge to reveal the truth about my life became too strong to ignore. I decided to write my true story, the reality of my life behind closed doors. When I published the story online, it quickly went viral. The response was overwhelming. People from all over the world read my words and resonated deeply with my experiences. Comments flooded in, with readers asking for my true identity. With newfound determination, I decided to reveal my identity. I recorded a video, speaking directly to the camera, and shared my story in my own voice. I uploaded it to Facebook, unmasking the truth. The response was immediate and overwhelming. People were shocked to learn the truth, and the public image of Alex was shattered. He was exposed for the cruel man he truly was, and I was finally free from his shadow. This is my story, a story of liberation and love. As I write these words, I hope that anyone who reads them knows that they too can break free from their own gilded cages, as we all deserve to live our lives as we choose, without fear or oppression. And that, my dear reader, is the true meaning of freedom.